Okay, so this is homework 5. Sorry. So I'm gonna do numbers 1, 2, and 3 again. They're gonna be cut off from the other video. The sound wasn't on. I had it plugged in, so the sound wasn't working on those 3 by the time I realized it. So, what we got is this first one. We talked about 7 1/4 plus 9 2/3. Now it says you may do this question by hand or in a calculator. This question is testing. You can type mixed numbers into the calculator. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So there's not really much work you can show on this one. You can get the answer down after I do it and show you. What I would like for y'all to do is to just, tomorrow when you come in or something, just try putting it in your calculator, doing it the way that I showed you, because I'm going to show you a different way that you can make it into a decimal, and then also you can make it into a mixed number. So you'll see what we're talking about. All right, so remember when we do these mixed numbers, the whole number and the fraction, we got to put a plus in between those two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the calculator to the camera, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you can just pay attention, sit back, relax. So we got this. So here's my calculator. Okay. Now I'm going to put parentheses. I'm going to put 7. There we go. 7 plus control divide 1/4, just like that. So that's how we do it. Now plus, now I'm going to put 9 2/3 in parentheses also. So parentheses 9. I have to put plus in between those. Control divide 2/3. All right. So we have that here. If we hit enter, we're going to get 203 over 12. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste that. Now I'm going to hit control enter to get the fraction, the decimal. So 16.9, I'll try to stay still for you. 16.916667. So what it does is just rounding. That 6 is going to repeat and it's going to go on forever. So you can have that as your answer. So what we'll do is I'm going to show you a way that you can get an improper fraction from this, because sometimes, like on your STAR test, on the CDBs, your answer choice might not be this decimal. It might be as an improper fraction. So then you're kind of left to guess, like, well, which one is 16 and whatever the fraction is going to be. So I'm going to show you what we'll do. We're going to hit menu. Menu button's right there. Okay, so menu. This is going to pop up. We're going to hit 2 for this number. So 2, just type in 2, and then this pops up. We're going to go where it says fraction tools, which is 7. So I'm going to hit 7. And then I'm going to make this into a proper fraction. So hit a number 1, and then this pops up like so. It says prop and then frac. So it's kind of short for proper fraction. And then the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I'm going to put 203 over 2, which is that fraction that I have right there. So control divide 203 over 12, not 2, sorry, I said 2 earlier, over 12, like so. Once you have this, just hit enter, and it makes it into a mixed number for you, or a proper fraction. 16 and 11/12. So let me go up. You can have what's highlighted here as the answer, or you can also have that written down as the answer. Either one will be correct. All right, but like I said, I want you to kind of when you come in tomorrow, try doing this. That way you get familiar with it. So hopefully it'll help you. All right, so that's number 1. Okay, let's go to number 2. All right. So based on the table below, what is the unit rate? So when I'm asking for unit rate, I'm trying to find something per 1. In this case, I have days of school and then the pencils used. So what I'm trying to find out is how many pencils get used for every 1 day of school. Now that sounds a lot better than how many days of school for every 1 pencil, right? It just doesn't sound correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a proportion. Or actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the pencils used. So we're going to put P for pencils over D, the days of school. In this case, I'm going to put 72 over 9. I'm going to get 8. If we did 216 over 27, we're still going to get 8. And then the same thing with 432 over 54. So this unit rate is 8 pencils. Pencils per day. There we go. So that's the unit rate, what's getting used per day. 8 pencils get used per day. I'll zoom out so you can get it all down. All right, and then one more, and I'll add this video on there too with the other ones. All right, so suppose y varies directly with x. So varies directly is my key term right there. Okay, that means I'm going to set up a proportion of some kind. This proportion is going to have y varying directly with x. All right. So y is 9, x is 3 over 2. So what I can do is make this 3 over 2 is the same thing as 1.5. Okay. This and that are the same. So when y is 9, x is 1.5. As so. So that's what goes here on this first part of my proportion. The second part is what my question is asking. Find y when x is 1. So when x is 1, I'm going to put 1 here with x, and that's going to be here on the bottom because it lines up with the x. There. And then we're looking for y. Usually we'll put x there because we're looking for x, but in this case we're looking for y. We'll just put y. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want you to get confused because there's x and then there's y. We're looking for y's. So we're just going to leave it like this. Once I have this, I can set up my proportion is set up. Now I can set up as solve it as a one-step equation. So I'm going to take my variable first, okay, the 1.5 and the y, multiply that. So that turns out to be 1.5y on this side of the equal sign, and then 9 times 1. 9 times 1 is 9. There's my one-step equation. Y'all know what to do when we get here. Divide by 1.5. Divide by 1.5. This makes 1. Y equals, and then 9 divided by 1.5. Just put that in your calculator. You'll get 6. There we go. Let me zoom out so you can get all the work in, and then that's it. Again, I'll upload this one for this one, and then the other one has all the rest of the answers. So, all right, thank you.